Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
And I'm Ryan McAllister.
So, I don't know if our decision last week to drop the intro helped or not. Seemed we had more views, at least on YouTube, so who knows? We'll see. We'll go with it just like that. It's a little easier on me anyhow, so who cares? So we got a full show tonight, or potentially a full show, with 4 separate topics. It ought to be a little interesting. But what do you say we jump right into them?
Which one's first?
So first up, we have a show on ABC that's just plain annoying to me. The title of it is What Would You Do? So basically what they do is they go out into into bars, restaurants, whatever, public spaces, and they create a fake scene. So the one that really, really got on my nerves was last week when a mother meets her son's girlfriend. She's white, like the mother and son are white, and the girlfriend is black, and supposedly this mother's got a huge issue with it, and she's saying all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, it's really not the business of these people outside of it, as long as she's not being violent. I mean, I certainly do not agree that she should be racist and whatnot, but it's not my place. She's not beating her up.
Yeah.
But, the stupidest thing in the world, the thing that really pushed it over the edge for me, is when the host of the show comes out and says, "Oh, you did the right thing." Gee, thanks, jackass. Why'd you put me in that situation? And it's not like, the clip that they showed, on the ad, it wasn't like the mother was being overly derogative. She didn't like the fact that her son was with somebody who wasn't white. Okay, it happens. And like I said, I don't agree with the fact that the lady was saying this stuff, but as long as she's not being derogatory and threatening, it's not really my place. And, what kills me, the one whose place it was, which was the son, wasn't saying anything.
Seriously?
Yeah. So it's like, how is it this bystander's prerogative to say something, to step in and say something, but it's not the son's who's actually in the relationship?
Oh my God.
And they do this stuff over and over again. They'll take the same actors that are playing the mother, son, and girlfriend, and they'll just put them in a different bar or at a different time in the same bar. And then they'll do this, "Oh, you did the right thing." Either that or, "Oh, is there some reason you didn't do the right thing?" I'm waiting for one of them, and it'll never make camera. I'm waiting for one of them to say, "Yeah, because you're an asshole for putting me in that situation." It's really, truly ridiculous. But this is the kind of crap that is driving younger generations like yourself away from television.
Because television sucks now.
It's all about drama, and that's all this is doing, is it's creating drama. You want to see crap like this? Watch reruns of Jerry Springer. That show was all about creating drama.
Yep.
I just don't get why people are so fascinated with stupid things like this. It's not like it's a learning moment or something like that. It's just hey, let's create some drama in here just so we can get ratings. Just dumb.
Sounds like it.
Get over it, people. Move on. Stop watching a stupid show like that. You want to make a real difference? Then actually get involved with community.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm talking communities like there's all kinds of communities that are about making things fair for everybody, no matter what your race, color, religion, or anything else. There's communities for that. You want to make a difference. Don't be doing stupid things number one, if that guy decided to raise up his voice and the mother turned around and said, you know what? I don't like you. Bang! How good is that? Obviously it's a show, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But, seriously. It's just dumb. All this is doing is it's getting people to I'm going to say something because it's the right thing to do. And it's, and I might be on television if I do this. No.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right. So enough about that. So let's move on to the next one.
All right.
So I don't know any work by this artist or anything. The next one is about Lizzo quits. It's been on. I don't even remember if it was on the news or if it was on one of the entertainment shows that's in between the news or whatever. But basically, she had some rant on X, or maybe it was Instagram. I think I put a note in here.
Instagram is what you put.
Yeah, Instagram. So she had a rant on Instagram about, how she was tired of everything and she. The thing that got me is she said, and this was quoted on whatever it was that we watched. My statement here is not a quote, but I didn't sign up for this. And when I saw that, I just turned to your mother and I looked and said, wait a minute. Did somebody force her to be a celebrity and be out there like this? Nope. It was a choice. So, yes, dumbass, you did in fact sign up for it. And this is all coming out because several of her former backup dancers and backup singers are filing a lawsuit about harassment.
Oh.
Yeah. And,
wow.
I'm not talking about, what they showed on there was not male backup dancers and singers. These were females. And, they're alleging, and again, alleging because, hey, I wasn't there. I'm not going to be dumb enough to say, yeah, this happened. Yeah. They're alleging that there was a culture of sexual harassment, abuse, and there were several other things that they named. And I'm like, okay, so she's decided she's going to quit, and you got to put it in quotes, quit. But she's decided she's going to do this because somebody's standing up for themselves and saying, you know what? No, I've had enough and I'm not going to deal with this. Where's the What Would You Do show? Seriously though, she signed up for it. By deciding to go the path of being an entertainer, she signed up for people constantly being in her business. She signed up for the extra attention. The fact that she's getting a lot of money for doing this, guess what, dummy? You're going to get more attention. And yeah, if you treated people poorly, and several of them decide they've had enough and they want to band together because they have enough evidence, you're going to get sued.
That's just how it works.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's right that they're suing her, but at the same time, what else can they do? I mean, if they spoke up at the time and were, told to shut up or you're fired, well, that's another reason for a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I've made it pretty clear on the show here that I'm not huge on lawsuits, but
Yep.
when you try to do the right thing and speak to whoever, whether it's the agent or, the person directly, or if you're in a business, the HR department, if you do the right thing, follow the right procedures, and nothing changes, then yeah, go ahead, sue. That's the only way you're going to get their attention and get things changed. And, in this case, they were abused.
Mm-hmm.
And the saddest thing is, I mean, Lizzo is not a small woman. Apparently, some of the problem was body shaming. And it's not like these backup dancers and singers were, some super fit models. They were also heavier women. So what's with the body shaming? It's okay for you to be heavy, but not for somebody you employ? I mean,
it's just hypocritical.
Yeah, that's as hypocritical as freaking doctors who constantly say to me, "Oh, you gotta back off on the red meat," and then they go and have a steak. I mean, my current doctor is not a really obese man, but previous doctors were pretty heavy, and you need to lose weight. Really? Pot, kettle, here you go. I mean,
hi, pot. I'm kettle.
Yeah. It's just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But these celebrities need to open their eyes and realize that you need to treat people well from the beginning, because somewhere along the line, if you don't, they're going to band together and sue you.
Yep.
If I do something like that to people that I employ, they're probably not going to sue me necessarily. I mean, yes, they might, but they know that they're not going to get millions of dollars from me. Where somebody like Lizzo, well, hey, she's really wealthy. We can get a lot of money, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Not that that's a good motivation. I mean, the true motivation should be how you're treated, but
exactly.
I don't know. I mean, when you start talking about abuse and all that other stuff, just come on. Seriously, people.
Man.
Yeah. All right. So maybe it's not going to be a packed show. Of course, it could be.
People.
It could be because, well, the next topic, which was just, the last two topics that I have were just added tonight. But
okay.
So the next topic, the value of Truth Social. Former President Trump's social platform, which, of course, is dominated by Trump followers and, people who believe 100% of what he says is true, no matter what. And every time somebody points out something that he stated that's false, oh, you're just hiding the truth. Well, are we hiding the truth, or did he lie in the previous video where he stated something different than what he stated this time? I mean, come on. So anyhow, they had their fiscal results released for what I assume is fiscal year 2024, which, most companies go on a fiscal year of April 1st through March 31st. Don't exactly know why, but so,
It's kind of random.
Right now right now as of recording, it's April 2nd. So we are in the second day of fiscal year 2025 because, we don't have enough different year markings in the world. We got to add another one, but At any rate.
Apparently.
So Truth Social released their financial statements as required by any public company.
Mm-hmm.
And it showed that they lost in fiscal year 2024 $58 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And the valuation of these stocks plummeted to the point where in one day, former President Trump lost $1 billion in stock value.
Whoa.
In one day, folks.
One day.
And what that comes out, what that means, in all truth, is that people don't believe in his vision or in his ability to make a platform that's going to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly think that it's probably a good belief, because no matter how many times he tells you that he's really, really rich and he's really great businessman, he's not either.
Close.
And it's really pathetic. But
It
so then they had a small rally in the price of the stock because all of the Trump believers did a major buy up today, but it didn't nearly increase the value as much as it lost yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And the sad thing is, it's all the people who truly believe in what he says that are buying up these stocks. And at some point, these people are going to run out of money to be able to continue to buy these stocks, and they're going to have to start selling them. Because sooner or later, the stock's going to become completely worthless because the company can't make money.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep a company going that's losing $58 million per year. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your name is. You can't do it.
It's impossible.
And by the way, folks, just a little thing to point out. If Trump is elected, he has to turn the keys over for this company. So what happens then? I don't understand it. I mean, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be allowed to have one, because hey, he should. He's a citizen at this point, but
right now he is.
Yeah, he's a citizen. He did not start this when he was president. He started it because, well, Twitter got tired of his rhetoric about how the election was stolen and all this other crap.
And they kicked him. Yeah,
they kicked him out. And of course, that's half the reason that Elon Musk bought Twitter, was so that, he could reinstate him because, it's so wrong. It needs to be free speech, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Yeah, it's free speech as long as you agree with what Elon Musk says.
Mm-hmm.
If you disagree, then no, you can't be on here.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
But at any rate, I really, really found it funny that it's truly just the Trump devotees that are keeping this thing afloat as far as the stock market is concerned. My guess is the people that sold out yesterday were the ones that got on there. They bought into it because they figured, well, Trump is here. He's got a big voice. He's got a big following, so the value will just go up. And then suddenly, suddenly they saw that negative $58 million line item. And, that's not profits, or, that's not like, I don't even know how to say it. I mean, basically that is bottom line. Mm-hmm. That's all revenue versus all expenses. They lost $58 million.
Wow.
You can't really truly survive based on such an extreme view as what Trump has.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is that extreme of a view, he's not going to be able to get advertisers. He says so many things that put down different companies and whatnot that nobody wants to advertise with him. And I can't say that I blame him. Because you never know when he's going to decide to turn on you, and suddenly, today you're the best advertiser in the world, and tomorrow you suck. You're the worst company in the world. And there's no reason for it other than
one day you're great people, the next day you're a loser.
Yeah. But
according to him, to use his words.
Yeah, and that's it exactly. You never know. He claims to be so much different than every other politician, yet he does the same exact thing that every other politician has done, which is say whatever he thinks you want to hear today. And then when he's with somebody else tomorrow, he's going to say whatever he thinks they want to hear. Mm-hmm. And it was hilarious because, this will be a little side topic, but Florida passed a bill that makes it so that abortions after 6 weeks are illegal. Mm-hmm. Now, just to put that in context, because I'm sure you don't know, most women do not know they are pregnant before 6 weeks.
Seriously?
Yeah. So what this is doing is it's saying, "Ha, we don't care. You can't get an abortion."
Yep.
So, Trump, who's been praising things like this, he said, "Oh, housewives in Florida, they love me." I'm like,
totally.
No, they don't. The only ones that are going to actually even consider saying that they like Trump and like the fact that, all of this is being pushed based on who he put into the Supreme Court and their decisions, the only ones that are going to follow that are ones who are completely and totally against abortion anyhow. Mm-hmm. The majority of people, I really truly don't think that they are against abortion. You get the extreme religion, the extreme religious people, and yeah, they are, because they're pretending to follow the Bible, but
don't tell me my Bible.
Yeah. But I don't know. So, the news is saying, hey, is this gonna make it so that there's a possibility for Biden to win Florida? And honestly, I think it does.
I don't know. I'm a little more skeptical. Skeptical on that.
I'm not saying I'm 100%, but
just simply by judging on the fact that Trump won Florida in 2020 by a bigger margin than he did in 2016.
Yes. However,
and he's running from Florida.
However, he's only running from Florida because that's his permanent residence.
And Florida is trending Republican.
Yes. However, the abortion thing, it's very polarizing.
It is.
And people, it's just as polarizing as Trump is. So, there's a very good possibility that Biden, and he's going to use this when it comes to Florida.
I'm not saying that Biden flipping Florida is an insane possibility. That's impossible. It's not like other things I've seen where people have said that Biden has a chance at winning Montana and Kentucky and Kansas.
Well,
none of which have gone for Democrats since Bill Clinton.
But you also have to keep in mind.
And none of which are trending for the Democrats.
Again, you have to keep in mind. Abortion was never a topic before. And yes, some of those states are in, the traditional Bible Belt, but the thing that changes that is the fact that these states have been heavily recruiting people outside of the state. And you get a lot of people that are going in there that are not big on following the Bible.
Don't tell me my Bible.
Yeah. But, so I think the abortion issue is going to be bigger than what Trump is thinking it's going to be. I think it's going to be a big deciding factor in the whole election.
Yeah.
Along with the border, And Biden, in his State of the Union address, actually made it clear that, you want border security, it's not on me. It's not on the Democrats. It's on the Republicans. Mm-hmm. The fact that we don't have increased border security is on the Republicans. Yeah. So, anyhow, enough of the tangent. So buy Truth Social stock at your own risk, understanding that it's probably going to lose money again next year. And it's probably going to lose a lot of money. And it's probably going to continue to do so.
It's going to lose money.
Yeah. So what do you say we talk about the once-in-a-lifetime event?
All right, what's that?
I'm extremely tired of hearing this because it's false. Yes, folks. Ooh. It's fake news. So it's all over the news, no matter whether you're talking about a local news or national news, that there is an eclipse crossing the United States this year. Mm-hmm. And I am so fed up with them saying it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, because guess what? Right afterwards, they point out the fact that we had an eclipse in 2017 cross the United States. Mm. Wow, I think I'm a little older than, what is that, 6? 7? Mm. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. They keep saying it's once in a lifetime, and what they really need to be saying is it's once in a lifetime for this specific path. If they were saying that, sure, it's the truth. But it's not necessarily a once in a lifetime thing, because it's well known when there's going to be an eclipse and where it's going to be. You can travel to there. In fact, the city of Watertown, a small city in northern New York, is packed with reservations. Every single hotel is packed with reservations, because that city is going to be in totality for a long period, as in nearly the longest period within the United States path, at like 3 minutes and 23 seconds. So it's packed. You can't get a hotel. And why? Well, it's not because somebody like us who lives an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes away is going to travel there to see it. No. It's because people are coming from all over the world to see it.
Yeah. Because it's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm so fed up with hearing about it. All we've heard about for the last, literally, 4 months is the eclipse. Every single night on the news, they talk about the eclipse. Mm-hmm. I get it. There's potential that it's going to bring a lot of revenue into New York State. But seriously, you didn't talk about the 2017 eclipse like this because it didn't come through New York. Why are we so focused on it? Stop calling it once in a lifetime. Stop playing stupid games. Just move on. Mm-hmm. I'm so tired of it. And you know what? I'm going to throw in one last topic.
Ooh.
Netanyahu needs to go. Plain and simple.
Duh.
Oh, no, it's even worse. I'm sure you haven't heard.
What'd he do this time?
There was an international food organization. I can't remember exactly what it's called now. I should have made a note. I just didn't figure that we'd actually get to it. But at any rate, international food thing. Mm-hmm. Going into Gaza, right?
Yeah.
They made it very, very clear to the Israeli military that they were going in. The exact path they were taking was in coordination with the Israeli military.
Mm-hmm.
This convoy got bombed 3 separate times by the Israeli military.
Oh.
And the worst part in the world is what Netanyahu said.
What did he say?
This happens in war.
Seriously?
Yes. So as much as I feel that Putin should be brought up on war charges, I feel Netanyahu should be brought up on war charges as well.
Agreed.
And anybody in Israel who believes in him still and wants him still leading their country should be brought up as well, because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
These people going in trying to feed these starving citizens because of how Israel has gone into this, and you bomb them. It's not right.
It's not. It's disgusting. That's what it is.
And at this point, the United States should cut all aid to Israel. Say, so what? So sorry. You brought this on yourself. Get over it. Goodbye.
At this point, yes.
Of course, I said they should have done that a while ago. However, this should be the nail in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't doing us any favors.
They're not.
And I really, truly hope the UN does something serious about this. Instead of just all the political talk. Do something about it.
I don't think they will.
No, they probably won't. But
because the UN never does anything.
Yeah.
At this point, it's starting to become useless.
Almost. But at the same time, the fact that the United States keeps shipping weapons and money over to them, it's not helping the situation.
Mm-hmm.
We need to cut it off. You know, I at this point, don't even sell them weapons. Nope. Sorry. You're on your own. You want it, build it yourself. Yeah, well. All right, folks. I'm sure you heard that music starting up in the background.
That means good night.
We'll see ya.